What's up, floofers? Today I'm playing Forza Horizon 6, Gran Turismo 4. Now, when I was a wee lad, I used to play this game all the time on my PS2 Slim in grand 480p quality. Since then, I got a gaming PC, and now I run this on PCX2 emulator. And now I can run it at grand 1080p quality. Isn't this so fun? But unfortunately, I only got to 26%, so I'm just gonna start fresh. Anyway, I'm just gonna burn through all the license tests, and we will see where we get. Now, as you can probably imagine, not everything is all sunshine and rainbows about emulators. As you'll see in a moment, I'll show you why. Just enjoy this background of a coyote with a smaller video. What is going on? Yeah, I don't know either. I tried fixing it, as you can see, but it never worked. So we'll leave that for another day. In the meantime, I'll just cut the video and show a nice cute picture of a coyote for you guys. Anyways, this first test that we're taking is the acceleration braking test. And we're taking it in the Mazda Demio, which is the JDM version of the Mazda 2, basically. They're the same car. And we're good enough to get gold, a 10.082. Now, this next test is in a much faster car, the Mitsubishi 3000 GT. Now, when I was searching up the pictures for this car, I noticed almost all of them were red. And I guess that this car just... well, red is its color. Fancy that. Now, this test took so many tries. I'm talking like 10s, 15, 20. It was so frustrating. But eventually, I got it. Okay, finally. Jeez. Now, as you could probably hear, yeah, I was a little frustrated, but it's okay. 10.948 was good enough for gold. A Honda Del Sol? Okay. Basics of cornering. Let's hope I can do it. The last one was a challenge, for whatever reason. I'm just gonna skip ahead to the second run, because luckily this test only took 2 runs. Getting us a 30.7. Now, this next test is in a slightly faster car, the Nissan Silvia, and we're just going to be doing the same thing. Nissan Silvia! Nissan Silvia! Jeez, that audio is crazy too. Now I'm just gonna skip ahead to the next run, because this also only took 2 runs, and we ended up getting a 10.5 below the limit. Alright, so now we're at Tsukuba for a lap guide, and we're in a Mini Cooper. No, a Mini 1. A Mini 1? What is that? Let me search this up real quick. Mini 1. A Mini 1. Oh. 2004. Versus Mini Cooper. What is it? They look the same. Wow. Okay. Oh. What is the difference? Mini Cooper is more sporty, and the Mini 1 is more economical and budget friendly. Okay. Well, you learn something new every day. I did not know that the Mini 1 was a thing. I don't know why this... Look, I guess all the cars in this game sound like vacuum cleaners. I was about to say, why does this car sound like a total vacuum cleaner right now? But, yeah. There you go. Now, luckily this one also only took two runs. So I just cut to the second run. And it's gonna be 126.9. Basically 127. Alright, now we are on the third iteration of braking and acceleration. Now these next two tests are much longer than the others, so they're a little harder to gauge your braking point. Right now we're driving a Renault Megane, and I braked way too early there. Oops. I don't know why Renault put such a big butt on this car. You see this? It's diabolical. I don't even know what to say about it other than that. So we keep on going. Alright, skipping up ahead, brake right before the 450 line, and yeah, that ends this test in 2 runs. Not nearly as bad as the 3000 GT, let me tell you. The Dodge Viper. I love this car. They did not do it justice with the they didn't do it justice with the engine sound though, unfortunately. Yeah, I love V10 engines. I feel like they are the best sounding engine of them all. And that's also the reason why my favorite car is the original 2006 Audi R8 V10 Plus. That thing looks beautiful and sounds beautiful too. You also have other legends like the Lexus LFA. Personally, I think it looks like a fish, but it is legendary, so no dissing. Inline 5s I also really like the sound of, probably because they're just half a V10. I think it's the Volvo, gosh, there's a Volvo hatchback with an inline 5. The thing sounds great. I would love to own one. But I would love to own the original 2006 Audi R8 just a bit more. Alright, now just jumping ahead. Luckily, this only needed 3 trials, and I braked a little too early here, but I caught it toward the end, and we still ended up 1.5 tenths under the time, so pretty good. Basics of cornering. The NA Miata, the official car of furries, as regular car reviews said. Dude, I looked at that video, and it's like a whole bunch of people saying like, time to sell my Miata. Oh my gosh, I hate for like, okay, bruh. Anyway, this test is at the twin ring Motegi. Motegi? GIF? Who knows how to pronounce it, but it wasn't that hard for me, because the NA Miata is already a pretty good handling car, so I was able to pass this test in a few tries. Alright, the coffee break marks the halfway point of our license test. Right now we are driving the Daihatsu Koppen and we're trying not to hit the cones. Oh my gosh, the coffee breaks. Oh. Anyone who's played Gran Turismo 4 knows the trauma that these coffee breaks have made. Look, they're not required. They don't give any prizes, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Moving onward to license B9. This one was the longest one out of all of them. Yes, even longer than the 3000 GT license B2. So yeah, I wasted like 20 minutes on the wrong idea. Now after like 10 minutes, I had the very bright idea of drifting the M3. Not quite, man. Not quite. So yeah, for the next 5 minutes after that, I just kept drifting, and I mean, I wasn't very good at it. Now after 5 minutes, I did get this drift. It kind of worked, but not really. Wasn't any faster, so womp womp. Okay, that's not the strat. Alright, so a few more minutes went by. I did get a 12.557 after figuring out the proper strategy, but Not until this run did I actually get gold. A real arm twister there too. Crank that wheel. Oh my god, finally! Jeez. That took forever. Okay. So, now that we have actually moved on, yeah, like I said before, Laguna Seca, kind of difficult for me, especially this late apex corner. I just run right off the road. That is not recommended. Most, like 9 out of 10 driving coaches say to not run off the road. I don't know. That's your decision, but I also don't think you should run right off the road. And then jumping ahead, we crossed the line for a sensational 2:13.445. Half a second faster than the gold time. Dirt driving. Oh. I'm not a rally furry. Unfortunately. Rally furries are so cool though. Like, Glaze deserved, okay? See? I'm not a rally furry. Oh. Alright, so yeah, as you heard, Rally, currently in the Toyota Celica, and at the Grand Canyon. Now this isn't an actual track. There is no way they would let a rally stage on the Grand Canyon, right? Please tell me, for the sake of environmental conservationism, okay? Please. That has to be good, right? Please, come on, please tell me. Oh, yes. Okay. More dirt driving. Oh my gosh, it's this huge track. Yeah, this track is very wide. I was surprised at how wide this is, coming back to this game, but looks can be deceiving. This track isn't actually as easy as I thought it would be. So yeah, I was struggling for a while on this track until I wasn't. Start that corner really wide, go as narrow as you possibly can. I did tap the wall a bit, but luckily that didn't hurt me too much. On to license B13, unlucky number 13. This one actually wasn't that hard. I got it in 2 tries. Nothing really to write home about. Okie dokie artichokey. We are at El Capitan now. Another national park turned racetrack. Like the Grand Canyon. I don't think the wildlife would appreciate a big screaming Infinity G35 barreling through the landscape. But you know, we're still here. Yeah, Polyphony knows best. Polyphony knows best. Anyway, rounding out the last corner of our final attempt. Honestly, the real trick was to just maximize your average speed throughout the run. God, this thing is so ugly. I mean, look at it. It does have charm though, I'll admit that. It's just a funny car. Now on this first run, I unfortunately repeated my mistake at Laguna Seca. And I was surprised, like, look at that face. I was bamboozled. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and speed up from that disaster. And honestly, going back to the design of the PT Cruiser, I don't even think it's that bad anymore. At least considering the modern car scene. There are some real duds out there. Please tell me. Please. 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, good. Okay. Oh my god, not this one. I remember having to do this like 5 trillion times. I mean, save the best for last, am I right? But seriously, when I played this game so many years ago, when I was like the youngest person ever, I had to redo the stage so many times. Just getting all the lines right. And yeah, actually, these are like my 2 least favorite corners in Tsukuba, but as we round out the last corner of our last run, we get a 223.68, so pretty good. We graduated the license, guys. Let's go. Now we're gonna get 3 cars. 1 for bronze, 1 for silver. and 1 for gold, so congratulations! What do we get? A Volkswagen Lupo. Okay, time to rice the hell out of this thing. Mazda Kusabi 03. Because it's a concept car, we're gonna have 0 modification path. Honda S500. That's hopeful for the classic series. Okay, cool. Amazing. Let us get in. Our blue Volkswagen Lupo 2002. Alright, we can finally do the Sunday Cup. Now, I usually try to aim for 100-point races, just so that they're interesting and fair and not like really boring. Actually, I'm going to rescind that statement just this once, because it's the beginning of the game, and so all the AIs are really easy. Honestly, I could probably shoot for 150-point races and still be fine. Now, coming up the hill, I noticed that the AIs are taking a very narrow line. Like, I wonder if it's because their car is just slow, and so you don't need to go all the way out? I don't know. I found it very interesting. Now, in the final lap, I was kind of worried that I wouldn't catch up, but then I also noticed that the AIs were braking really hard on that one corner at the base of the hill, so I just kind of easily passed him. Light work, no reaction, as they say. Here we go. Our first Sunday race. Yes. Onto our second race now. Looks like we have an NA Miata right in front of us. That's pretty cool. And this MG is like pushing me to the wall. Hello? Manners, kind sir. You can already see that car pulling away, and I was like, okay, worst comes to worst, I can kind of just skip this little indent in the road right about now, and of course I feel like I'm sandwiched between 2 men, something like that. Coming up to the end of, or rather coming up to the beginning of the final lap, I was already side by side with the first place car, so I didn't really find any challenge winning the race. Now, onto the third race at the high speed ring. Starting off, I was surprised this thing could get wheel spin. 98 horsepowers. Hurspurs. I mean, that's crazy. They can fit 98 of those guys in here. I mean, I can see why, considering the wheel spin, but that was crazy. Alright, coming down the final straight, we win the race. Coolio. I know, right? Anyways, on to our fourth race at Special Stage Route 5? I believe that's what it's called. This is also one of my most favorite tracks in this game because it's at night, and I think it looks so cool. I wish there were more night tracks in Gran Turismo 4, or better yet, dynamic weather, but no, unfortunately not. Now, as you just saw, I passed a red Golf and almost the blue Miata around the outside of the first corner of the second lap, rather. And then I got stuck behind this Miata for a bit before politely shoving him out of the way, George Russell style. And ultimately, I do up finishing first, and I think that's pretty cool. Hooray! Onto our fifth and final race at the Twin Ring Motegi. Try saying that 5 times as fast. Nothing too much happens. I did notice that the AI slowed down a lot. I believe that was the third corner. Very interesting. That helped me win the race because, as you can see, the AIs were faster on the straight, so give or take. Coming down the final straight now, I noticed I was a whole 3.5 seconds behind the leader, so let's just say I had my work cut out for me. However, like on Special Stage Route 5, I employed the wisdom of George Russell. I have no regrets. What's playing fair? What's that? I don't know. Crossing the line for a beautiful finish. 91 points in the A-Spec category. collecting our 600 credit prize and another car. Congratulations! The Autobianchi A112 Abarth, 1979. I think that's a good place to stop for today, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.